set to go in the opening leg of the place accumulator, and they are dispatched. Brotherhood of Magic was the first to respond and goes off for the early lead ahead of Lady Dynamo, and the grey Punta Alta wants to get a piece of things early on. Towards the inside is Water Time and Valero, and dropping back is Lafort Bayon, who races at the rear end and 7 lengths off the leader now as they head down towards the 1400 metre mark, and it's the grey horse Punta Alta that has gone for the lead here. She's gone ahead by a couple of lengths here from Brotherhood of Magic in second. Lady Dynamo races away in third, and then came Water Time with Valero back in the 5th position, giving that leader 7 lengths start, and Lafort Bayon is the trailer. As they race down past the side of the course, onto the side of the course now, and towards the 1000 metre mark, and Punta Alta the leader by just over a length. Brotherhood of Magic is a clear second. Then came on the outside Lady Dynamo, the black cap, racing with Water Time. They fall 5 lengths off the leader. And Valero's been sat on, gives the leader 6 lengths start. Lafort Bayon is the trailer, about to round the home turn with 800 metres left to go. The leader is still Punta Alta, led it by 2. Brotherhood of Magic racing second. Water Time is down there inside in third. Lady Dynamo, the black cap, is starting to feel the pump, and Valero's going to come out sides of it for its run. Lafort Bayon is down the inside now as they race with 500 metres left to go. Punta Alta's about to be tackled up front here by Brotherhood of Magic, and Valero's warming to the task on the outside. Then came Lady Dynamo's rattling back and further back to the other 2. Now Brotherhood of Magic goes for home, but on the outside Valero is a danger. It's Brotherhood of Magic from Valero in the closing stages, 200 to go. Brotherhood of Magic half a length, but Valero's all over it down the outside. Brotherhood of Magic, those keeping rolling from Valero. It's Brotherhood of Magic that's going to capture the win here. Brotherhood of Magic beats Valero, 4 lengths away Punta Alta. Then came Lady Dynamo, Lafort Bayon, and Water Time. The runners here, only 6 of them. The late scratching was that of Vashimi Inari, but either way it goes for the tote favourite. You'll be in both the bipot and the place accumulator if you took the favourite Vashimi Inari, because these two were head and shoulders above the others in form and in the finish too. Brotherhood of Magic is owned by Brandon Boertes, that's Baron's son, bred by Bush Hill Stud. He's the son of Willow Magic out of the Gray's Inn mare Sisters of Mercy. And Brotherhood of Magic captures race number 2. Beats Valero into second. As I said, nothing to choose between them as far as the tote favourite is concerned. They were both showing R2.40 a win, and coincidentally both showing R1.30 a place too.
All right, welcome back to the winner's enclosure, and Valero and Brotherhood of Magic, they got into a ding-dong tussle that last 200 metres. Great ride, Musa Yeni. Well done to Mr. Brandon Boertes, and a big well done to Mr. Boertes as well. Bred by the Bush Hill Stud Farm, becomes a one-time winner from 9 outings. All right, so I'm going to go to the winning rider first. Musi, great ride, because I thought for all the money in the world, Valero on the outside, if you look to be going better. But you know him very well, and all guts, and at the end, glory.
Yes, you know, I started riding him as a very young horse, and in those 800 meters, 1000 meters, I thought, Jesus, we might be in trouble. He's built stock, he's short, he looks like a sprinter. But, you know what I mean, they're beating him for speed, but we actually don't realize how early those baby races, how strong they are, because the quick ones normally come early, and strong form lines. I think Max Magician, a couple of nice, really nice hard knockers, and I want to say to him, his biggest asset that he was able to stay, because he gave himself a chance to win a maiden race, and who knows, in the handicapping he might have a chance, because I think the further you go, the better he'll get. So I don't think he's limited to a distance. He might end up going 2-4. But the tactics of the race, he's a little bit on-paced, so I needed to be ahead of fancy horses like Gavin's. Unfortunately, he got scratched for him, fortunate for me, and obviously the other horse, Mr. de Kock. The game plan was to stretch them and get as far ahead of them, and hopefully we outstay them, and thank God it worked out. Like you said, with all the money in the world, he looked like he had me. I thought he had me, but this was stuck down deeper. He found a second breath at the 100 when I needed him, just to give me a little bit, and short heart. That's what a decent racehorse does.
Look, it was a great ride from you, Moose. If you don't mind me asking, Pretty in Pearls, what are you expecting over there?
It's been a bit disappointing. Maybe they fancy the stable companion rather.
And then Captain Hindsight, I mean, done nothing wrong to date?
Yeah, I think he should be getting more weight. I don't think he's the best well-weighted in the race, but he's with the lightweights, and Paul Peter are very strong in terms of strike rate, so you must have a chance. And the other one, Power Broker is my next best.
And then Moo's obviously a wonderful man. All the best for the season. I know you've got a lovely weekend of rides leading into tomorrow, so we'll be watching you closely. That was a great ride over here. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A huge thanks to Brandon Burtis. Hope he enjoys the win, and I know these colours go a long way. And to Mr. Burtis for his continued support. He's thrown me some decent rides, and I'm always grateful for the opportunity. And to Stone Stamco, thank you again.
Super. There we go. To Willem Ackerman, who's the sponsor of Muzieni. Congratulations. Well done, Mr. Burtis. I mean, you would have been all smiles when the favourite got scratched. Gutsy guy and been paying his way.
Sure, all smiles. I mean, I don't think it's easy or nice for the connections. But I mean, we live the game, and there's two sides to the coin. I think if I was the owner, once the horse's legs over the side of the pens, I mean, I'd like to rather make sure the horse is okay, scratch it. But anyway, it worked in our favour. Before the time, I think I was interviewed by you or Alistair. Yep. And Moody said to me, we got Gavin to beat. With Gavin out of the way, look, I wouldn't say I would have been confident. I mean, this is a little pony here. I must thank Mr. Mr. Alan Peter. A couple of runs ago, he said to me, listen, Boykie, you can have the horse. And I said to him, well, we got a deal. I can't just take it. I'll lease it from you. And the day it wins, we sell it. Well, so take the stake check. We chop the pieces up and then sell it, and whatever we get out of it goes to Mr. Peter. I mean, that was the deal. So as far as the colours, I heard they spoke about the colours. I think the 1st of September next month, Spring Day, 23 years ago, my brother was murdered. That used to be his colours. And I mean, obviously I couldn't see anybody else. I've had 2 heart attacks. So I think it's about time my son takes it over, the next generation, because I mean, I could just stumble here and not get up.
Don't say that.
Well, we're all going to die.
You for a long time, Mr. Burtis.
Well, we'll see. Who cares?
No, you're a good man. You obviously got some lovely horses at the moment. Baysier, Godswood, Fort Lauderdale. What are you expecting today?
Godswood, not the soundest horse, but sharp, but in and out. I mean, you know, he came up the other day, won a Pinnacle Plate, unexpected. It's difficult to say where you stand with him. I mean, he comes to races, and but he's sound. He doesn't show anything at the moment. Baysier, outstanding form, but a bullet of a field. I mean, difficult. I mean, how do you see or gauge where you fit in to the race? I think maybe our next best could be Fort Lauderdale.
Unlucky last time.
Well, I think the 1160 will be outpaced. Yeah, you know, the tracks are so fast. I mean, if you outpace, you're even going to make it up. It's a gamble. The whole day is a gamble. I would never have the best card. I thought this was our best on the day, and well, purely because of the scratching, I think we sort of stole it.
Mr. Burtis, a big well done. Obviously, we're very grateful to have you. Don't go anywhere. I know that you got the social media pages rocking and rolling at the moment, and I just want to ask you, that was Ivy League. Preparations all going well back at home?
Sure. I think for the first time in my life, I got a proper animal. I mean, if you talk about Light to the Moon, I mean, she's done incredibly well for us, but her time is up. She's retiring, going to stud. 100% sound, no reason not to race any further, but I mean, these are breeders and they're doing what's best for themselves, which is the right thing to do. And I think probably a valuable filly and mare in the making. Ivy League, proper horse. You know, we thought that from day one. And I mean, the turn of foot and the way she quickens and probably still needs further. And we don't know how good she is, and time will tell.
Thank you for that, Mr. Burtis. Well done over here.
You know, it's very easy to overrate horses. We all do it. A lot of times you think you're sitting with a July winner as a 2-year-old and they don't train on. But in her case, I mean, she's proving to be a better horse than I think we thought of her.
She's very good.
Yeah, no,
well
she's
done,
good.
Mr. Burtis.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, and then if I can just get the winning groom to come and stand next to me. Lovely to have the winning groom who will collect World Sports Betting's 1,500 Rand check from the lovely ladies. Just quick a word from you. I mean, your horse looked exceptional. Not the first 1,500 Rand that you're going to get, but well played over here.
Yes, yeah, it's a nice horse. Well done to the groom. I'm not the groom. Shorty looks after the horse. So, with a big team, working hard to win races. always there.
Super stuff. If you can just go and collect the 1,500 Rand. Thanks, ladies. There we go. That's from World Sports Betting. You can just show the camera. And Warren Tennis and his whole team doing a great job. And there's lots to look forward to in the new season. That I can promise you when it comes to World Sports Betting. All right, so we're underway with race number 2. We've got the pick 6 starting in race number 3. For now, I'm going to hand you back to the studio, and you can wait for that all clear.